Hello everyone. So today we are going to look at a new question based on array data structure, which is finding largest and second largest element in our array. All right. So let's see this example. All right. See, this is our array of size 4, and there are some elements in it: 10, 5, 8, 20. Now what we have to do is we have to return the index of our largest and second largest element. Okay, so what is the largest element here? 20, so index of 20 is 3, and second largest element is 10, so index of 10 is 0. All right. Another example is array of 5 elements, and here we have to find the largest and second largest element. So the largest element is here what, 30, and we have its index as 2, right? 0, 1, 2. And second largest element would be 20. All right. So there's slight error. Okay, the second largest element is 20 and its index is 0. Okay. So this is the the basic idea which we are going to see here. I want to find the largest and second largest element. Okay. Now what I want is you may pause this video and try to come up with a solution on your own. Okay. So I hope you might have tried it and you somewhat reached the solution. Okay. So let me talk about it. What we are going to do here. Okay. So see, for largest element, I guess most of you might have figured it out, but let's talk in detail. Okay. So what we are going to do is, suppose this is our array, right? What we are going to do here is we are going to have a variable res. All right, res is short form for result, which I have taken here, and we'll put its value as 0, or you know what? Let's erase this and okay. What we're going to do is we are going to have res. Okay, which is going to store the element. All right, and we are going to have res I, which is going to store index of element. So what are we going to do here is initially we'll put res I as you know um, 0 and res as 10 or 0th element. All right, now what we're going to do is we are going to traverse this loop from I1 till in minus 1 like this, and we'll check whether res is greater than this or not. Okay, suppose res is what, 10, 10 is greater than 5, we'll continue. What we'll see here, 10 is greater than 8, we'll continue, and then we'll come here. Now what is going to happen here is that we'll see that 10 is less than 20, so 20 is the largest element. So what we are going to do is we are just going to uh, put the value of res as 20. Okay, and res I becomes equal to I. Okay, so this is the basic things which we are going to do in the maximum to find the the largest element. Okay, so Okay, so let's try and write at least this much. Okay, let's have int AR as, let's first of all let's have this 10, 5, 8, 20. Okay, 10, 5, 8, 20. Okay, and let's name the function as func. Okay, we'll put array and size of it, which is 4. Okay, and we'll do this. Cool. Now let's try to run this func. Wait, some error is coming here. Let me check. Okay, what is this error? Too many arguments in the function call. Okay, sorry, we haven't defined the function yet. Let's have this. Okay, let's have size of it. Okay, so what did I tell you? We are going to have a res I, which is going to be 0, and a res, which is going to be AR of 0. Now what we are going to do here is, for int I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, right? I less than n, I plus plus. We are going to do two things here. Okay. First is, if A of I is suppose greater than A of res. Sorry, res. What we are going to do? It's AR, sorry. Yes. So what are we going to do? We are going to change res as AR of I, and we are going to change AR of I. Wait, what we are going to do is we are going to put res I as I. Okay. So okay, yeah, cool. So yeah, so this is what we have to do here. Okay, right. So this is how we'll find the maximum element here. All right, yeah, yeah. So that's how we'll find the maximum element, the largest element in the array. Now, since we have talked about the largest element, in a similar or very close way, we'll find the second largest element. Like, can you think about it? So, okay, don't worry, let me tell you. Let's have two things. S res, okay, which will store the second largest element value, and S res I. Okay, this is going to store the second largest element value, and this is going to store the second largest element value index. So let's first of all let's declare it here. Okay, or wait, we'll declare it later. I have to tell you something. So see, we have declared this, we have declared this. Now the thing is, what we are going to do is, see, there are two things. Either the element would be, the greater than the largest element, or it would be, less than the largest element. Suppose the element is greater than the largest element, res. So we'll, put the res as this and this. Cool. Cool. But the second largest element would then become res. Are you getting it? What I'm trying to say? See, in this example, till here, till 20, our res was 10. But as soon as ARR here 3, ARR3 becomes greater than your res, we'll just put res as 20 and res I as I. But this 10 is, the second largest element, right? Which is, the previous value of res. Okay. So this is I'm trying to say is that as soon as the largest element changes or the value of res changes, we'll first of all put the value of largest element here and resi value as resi value as res I. Okay. This is the first case. And suppose there is another case where ARI is, not greater than res. It is smaller than res. But it could be, potential second largest element. So we'll check it with sres. Okay. Now, can you tell me like what would be the value like here? Suppose I put sres I. Okay. I put sres I. We can skip it, but can you tell me, the value of sres? What we can put the value of s? Now see, sres cannot be 1. Okay, this is a very common sense. Sres cannot be 1 and we cannot start the loop from 2. Okay, otherwise complications would arise. So what we are going to put here is int min. Okay, so what is int min? Int min is, it is an integer variable. It, specifies that an integer variable cannot store any value below this limit. And value of int min is 2147483648. Okay. So this is the, the lowest value of our integer type. Okay. So we have put it as ss. So here we are going to have conditions. Sres will first of all become res and sres I would become as res I. Cool. And we have another thing else. So what I'm going to see is we'll check if ARI suppose is greater than sres. We're simply going to put sres as ARI and sres I as I. Okay. So this, I agree, this code is a little bit, confusing, but it might help you if you understand this code. So you may see this video 2 or 3 times, but it is very important you get this part, what we are doing here and what is int min, as I already told you. Okay. And so let's do one thing. Let's have this example. Okay. Here initially we'll do a dry run here. So initially res is what? 20 and res I is what? 0. Okay, we have to put a value to SRSI also. Can be, suppose, okay, it's 0. It's not a very big issue. So this is what we're comparing, alright. Okay, this is value of res, this is value of resi, and value of sresi is also 0, and value of sres is int min. I am just putting I. I will traverse the loop from here. Okay. So initially what we are going to check is whether sres is greater than 10. It is greater than this. See, sres is, ARI is not greater than res, means res is greater than ARI. So we are not going to go in if loop, we'll go to go in else loop. So we are going to check whether 10 is greater than sres, which is int min, which is the lowest value of a integer. Hence obviously 10 would be greater. So this would become 10 and this would become 1. Alright. Now we'll come to this. Let's have a little space. Okay, yeah. Now we'll come to this. We'll check whether sres is, greater than 30. It is not. So this will become 30. This will become 2. This would become 20. This would become 0. See, sres becomes equal to res, sres I becomes equal to res I, and this is, res becomes ri and res I becomes equal to I. Now we'll see for this element 8. 8 is obviously not greater than 30. We'll go to else part. We'll check whether 8 is, greater than 20. It is not. So we'll come to this. Again, same thing happened. 12 is not greater than 30. We'll go to else part where 12 is also not greater than 20. So we'll go to another. I will, become out of bound and we'll come out of the loop. Hence, our numbers would be 32 and 0, 20. Okay. Now what we are going to do here is simply see out the res res I. Okay. Let's see out the numbers. Okay. And try to run this code. Let's check whether this code would run or not. 20 and 0. Why is it coming 0? Oh, my bad, sorry. It is going to be sres, right? Now let's try and run it. 20 and 10. Yeah. What we are doing here is we are printing. We are not printing the index, we are just printing the numbers. So output here is, the index, and there we are printing the value. So you get clear like y20, y10, right? See, 23 index, 0, 10 index. So let's try and run for this. 20, 10, 38, 12. 20, 10, 38, 12. So what was it? 20. Okay, I forgot the numbers. 20, 10, 38, 12. Size would change. It would become 5. Let's save it and run it. See, 30, 20, which was our desired result. 2 is 30, 0 is 20. Good. So I hope like this would have been clear to you how to find the largest and second largest element. Alright. So there was some logical approach here, which if you would have understood, it will help you better. And there was very important concept here about um, about int min. Okay, okay. One more thing. Let me put it as comment, which is there's also a thing called int max. Alright, so int max is like int min, but instead of giving you the smallest value, it gives you the largest value. So there could not be any number greater than int max in our integer array. Alright, so I hope like this would have been clear to like what is int min, int max, how to find the largest element, how to find the second largest element, and things. Alright, so I hope this video would have been beneficial for you, and we are going to end this lecture today, and we will continue this array series more. And yeah, that's a wrap for today, and see you later.